Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirsty Colouring Sketch. So it is Happy Weekend Wip Wip Hooray! That's my little cheesy gag. Yeah, I started this page on a colouring chat where I started off with a her. So if you want any of the her colours, I'll link that video in the description of this one. The background was one I got from Colour Me Stress Free's channel. It was alcohol marker and the alcohol blending solution. So to carry on with this page, I thought I would use my pan pastels on the skin. So just before I hit record, I was testing out a few of the colours around, and let me tell you, it just looked horrific. So I did erase it with my Kneadable Eraser, so that's why it looks a bit patchy, but I'm going to go over it, that's fine, or I can use just erase a bit more before we start. But these Kneadable Erasers are really good for when you're working with any sort of pastels, especially pan pastels. They just pick it up easily if you make any mistakes. You can even put in your highlights with these just by, you know, tapping the page, and you can get a nice highlight. But ignore the patchiness of it. We're going to try and cover it up. We're going to try and do something good. It's not going to be fantastic because I've not used pan pastels in, gosh, for skin on a colouring page. I've not used them, god, it must be a year ago since I used them on a face. So yeah, I'm using these ones which are very messy to the side of me. They're an absolute disgrace. I do need to fix these ones with rubbing alcohol, but I've just not got around to it. This one is just mixed up. Yeah, just don't even look at them. But basically I'm using the pan pastel tools which you can get off Amazon. You can get different shaped heads. This one's a triangular shape, so that can get into the little tiny areas easily. You can also buy the packs of sponges that you replace, because you do need to replace them quite regular. Right, so I'm just going to get going. I'm going to zoom in on this little face a bit more for you. And I'll just start there and then we'll move it up as we get to the bottom part of the skin. So I'm going to go in, I think, with some of this. This is the very messy burnt sienna tint. Look at that. So they work just the same when they're broken. The only difference is they are very messy when they are broken, but what can you do? So I'm actually gonna start down here. Actually, I'm just gonna pop this down. But I want to try and leave like a few highlights here and there, which might not happen, but I'm trying to leave a highlight there, a little highlight around the shoulder, on the edge of a shoulder, maybe a little bit in the middle of a, bring you down, maybe leave a bit of a highlight in the middle of a neck there. Yeah, this is the way we're going with this one. It's not going to be spectacular, guys, but we're just going to get the skin done quite quickly, I think, on this one. So what have you all been up to? Anything amazing this weekend? Sunday today? I did have to think then, because for some reason I thought it was Saturday. It's definitely not Saturday today. It is Sunday. Do you know what I've not cooked in ages as well? I've not had a Sunday roast in ages. It's traditional over here to have a good old Sunday roast, but my kids don't eat it, so I think what's the point in cooking all them meals for them not to eat it? It's a waste, isn't it? Just for me and my partner to eat it and not the kids. If I make a roast dinner, I've got one kid what'll only eat the mashed potato off the whole roast dinner. She won't touch the chicken, she won't touch the roasties, she won't touch the veg. Absolute nightmare kids, aren't they? Absolute nightmare. I'm gonna put a little bit of pink around the cheek area. This one is red iron oxide tint, so I wonder if this will be pink enough. I was gonna pop a bit there. Yeah, it's a little tint. A little tint of pink. I'll just wipe it off to the side and then I can try and blend this. I don't want to lose that bit of a highlight I've got there on the jaw. And where else can we pop a bit of pink? Because there would be a bit of pink tone in the skin, wouldn't there? So I'm going to pop some over here actually. Pop some over where I've just put that colour down. I am not the best with skin, guys, but as long as I've got some sort of colour on this page. I've run out of my fixative as well, so I'm going to have to put this somewhere safe until I've ordered my fixative off Amazon. Oh, I'm so bad. Does anybody else think, oh, I need to order some of that, or I need to get this, I need to get that, and you just forget, and you carry on saying the same thing over and over again that you need to get it and never do. I've done it with something else. I can't even remember what it is. Oh, some nail hardener for my nails. I keep saying I'll buy some nail hardener for my nails. I keep forgetting. I'm just going to blow that off a little bit. Now, ideally, I would have gone in with a bit of this in the shadows, but I'm scared of this now because when I trailed this off camera, it made it go really muddy. So now I'm like, I want to create some depths in the shadowed areas like there, but I don't want it to go muddy, and I'm wondering if I've got a slightly different shade somewhere of Pom Pastel. Let me go and check and I'll be right back. So I've managed to find a nicer pink tone, what might show up better on the cheeks rather than this one. So this one's more pink, and I've found a different brown. I'm hoping this is a nicer shade. It looks more like a more rich shade than this one. This is the one that was making it look muddy. I'm hoping this is more rich and it won't do that, but there's every chance that this could go wrong on camera. But you know what, I'm past caring, let's just try it. So I'm just going to tap a small amount onto my brush and dab it off, and then I'm just going to go into the corner. I was zoomed in enough that you can see, like, because I can't see very well on my camera. Oh, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. I should have picked that out to start off with, that shade. That is a lot better. See? Really should try these things before we come on camera, shouldn't we? So I'm just going to put the bulk of the colour down first. And then when the pigment starts running out on my brush, that's when I'm going to bring it more into the centre, because I don't want full on pigment blending it into the centre. So I'm going to use all my pigment where I want it to be the darkest, and then clean off my brush and pull it towards the centre. So anywhere else, I think there's sort of a little bit here, there's a little bit of shade in there by Mariola, which suggests there's a bit of a, please don't go muddy. Clean my brush off a little bit as well. There's a little bit of shadow in here, a little bit there, a bit on here, and sort of here. Right, I'm going to clean my brush off just on the side, and then I'm going to try and blend it into the corner. We'll start with the face. It's not looking as bad as the first try I did with the other colour. The other colour was horrendous that put down that dark colour was horrific. This is a bit nicer. It's blending in nicer to the colours that I've already put down. Just gonna go a bit under the arm here, arm fold, where there would be a bit of a shadow in. Oh, that's a lot nicer. A lot nicer than the first attempt that I did. So we need to blend this bit out, don't we? desk is creaking. So that's a lot nicer. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dip into one of the lighter shades I've been using just to blend around this highlight. So I'm just going to clean my brush off again. And I'm going to dip into the white actually. So I'm going to go into the centre with my white and then just pull it around. And again, do the same with this one. Go around the neck area. I'll wipe my brush off there because it's getting a bit too white. Oh, emergency vehicle going past. I have to get one of them in on my video, don't we? Won't be my video without one of them. There we go. I think I want to even use a tiddy bit more of this brown. Just a bit more. Can you hear my children singing? That's the thing with pen pastels though, you can layer them up and layer them up. If you're not happy, you can add depth or you can add highlight. There's a lot more depth to a skin there when I put that second layer on, isn't there? And what's that picking up like on camera? Because it looks really nice in real life. Probably it's atrocious to you, but no, it looks really nice here. I'm going to add a bit more pink, of the pink up here, see if it goes on a bit better. Maybe a little bit. I'm going to add a bit more pink into her skin as well at the bottom, so maybe around her shoulder area. They blend in so nicely, these pen pastels. Really nice. So I think I'm happy with that. I'm just going to smooth out this highlight again. Now we've put in extra colours, I'm going to wipe off my brush to the side of me. That's my daughters. Obviously falling out. I'm not playing. That's what she said. So with a clean brush, I'm just blending around that highlight now. I might even add a bit more white again to the centre of it, just because we're losing it a bit. They're obsessed with the money boxes as well. Do you remember when I told you I went to that little tea room where they got to paint a pot? It was a little money box and they're obsessed. That's what they're shaking in the background, shaking the money pot. gonna leave it at that, guys. I think that's the best I can do. I'm not the best with fan pastels. But I am just gonna clean my kneadable eraser because I need to go over all the bits where I've just gone over the hair with it. And then if I end up rubbing out any of the hair, zoom out a little bit now. If I end up rubbing out any of the hair, I can just tweak it with my pencils. So let's just try and get a narrow piece for this bit. Delicate operation. All around here you can see where it's, I don't know if I can pick this up on camera, my hand might be hiding it. I'm just getting it all off from around the edge where we've gone over the edges. Might be able to see there. Any bits of the hair we've gone over. If you want to do a highlight with the kneadable eraser, you can just manoeuvre it into a little point, and then you can just rub over the areas like that. A bit more on the face. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm going to go over my hair a little bit where can you see here? Let me zoom in. Here where I've erased a little bit of the hair. Just going to go back in with my pencil. You just go over the top of that. Like so. Easy peasy. I'm going to go over any of this. Just to touch it up, give it a refresh. I don't think there's anywhere else. You can do some extra hair strokes over the ear now we've coloured it, if you want to do that. There's a bit here that I want to refresh. Gonna actually get my darkest colour for this one. There we go, I'm happy with that. Happy with it. But as I said, I need to get myself some fixative. But there we go, that's the page finished. I'm pondering, because I always have to fidget with things. I will probably not zoomed in then for that bit. I'm pondering I might give her a little earring, just because I like tweaking with things. I just like messing about with things. Can't leave things alone, can I? Do you know what as well? I've actually got, I'll show you, my latest diamond painting that I did. I got lots of these left over. Wouldn't one of them be so nice stuck on her ear? Like a little light purple one, but I've no tweezers to pick it up with, so this might be tricky. But wouldn't that be nice to stick that on with? Let me get one. I don't know if I've still got that glue I had. I used to have a little glue pen thing, but I think it ran out. So I don't actually have a glue pen now. Let me go and look for my Mod Podge. I might be able to stick it on with a bit of Mod Podge. So this is the Mod Podge I've got. It dries matte, so there'll be no shine around it if we use a bit too much glue. It'll just dry clear. So I'm going to get one of my tiny paintbrushes, my old ones. These are not my best ones. I'm not using my best brushes to dip into glue. Ah, I've got something stuck to my finger. So I'm just going to dab a bit of glue on my brush. Put a tiny bit on the edge of the little drill. Oh my gosh, this is not a delicate, well, it is a delicate operation, should I say. I'm just going to slide it off the brush onto here, I think. Not upside down, Kirsty. Yay! And I'm just going to let that dry. It'll stick on, guys. It'll stick on. I've stuck these on a page before, my little drills from my diamond paintings. I think it was a Johanna Basford page. Let me find it. It's in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I'm going to show you because they've all stayed on and I used quite a lot in this book. Let me find it. Yeah, it was this one. So I used them, all these at the bottom, are diamond painting drills. And it feels so nice, let me tell you guys, it feels so nice. So all these little blue ones, all these purple ones, and they've stayed on, they've not come off. I did that page, gosh, probably a year ago now I did that page, and they've stayed on. It just brings another dimension to your colouring page. Really nice, so hopefully that'll stick as well, and that won't move. But there we go, she's got a nice little earring now. Nice little diamond painted drill earring. It's just the perfect size. So I hope you enjoyed this happy weekend whip. Anyway, I know I was a little quiet. I've not used pan pastels in a long time, so I was a bit nervous, to be honest. It's not the best job, but it'll do. There's not much. I prefer doing actual faces, so this was all like shoulder and skin, shoulder and back. And I've always been more conscious about not knowing where the highlights go with sort of other parts of the body. The face, I sort of know where to put them. But yeah, obviously it wasn't the face really on this one. But there we go, I like the rest of it. I love the hair, love the background, and my little diamond painting drill for earring. I love that too. So yeah, please drop me a comment down below, hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to notifications when I go live or upload a video. I don't go live very often. I've not been live for, oh gosh, I want to say a year again. I think it's probably a year since I did a lot of things. But yeah, thanks so much for watching everyone, and see you in the next one. Bye.